Summer is coming. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod? Manscaped is here to ensure your body is ready for the wild with their game-changing full body grooming and hygiene products. Don't be the guy at the beach with Austin Powers chest hair, baby. And if you grew some winter man tits, the least you can do is make sure they're hairless. Because the ladies love those hairless titties, believe you me. It's time to get ready for hot guy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the promo code FRATCHAT. And we are recording, Mr. Mo.
Was Manson one of the more attractive killers or no?
Ew, no, Charles Manson. He was like 5'1", kind of had like a hunchback look to him.
Oh, good God.
Long hair.
Well,
Ew,
who was the one
real
that
crazy, real
who did
fidget.
Zac Efron played a sexy one.
He played Ted Bundy.
Oh, yes, he was the cute one.
Sexy for the 70s. If you look at him now, I mean, I don't think he's that good looking, but for the 70s, he was like the classic good looking white guy from the 70s. And he was like a young Republican, so he wore a little suit, and he was a charismatic guy. I will say that. Until you found him jerking off in your window and then he brutally murdered you and fucked your dead body. You know, pretty charming guy. But
yeah,
Charles Manson, on the other hand, I don't know how he got it, but he always had women. But he was a little man. Yeah, kill you.
I was wondering because I watched that Dahmer show, and I think that the actor that played him is very attractive. So, but I know that Dahmer wasn't the most looking guy. However, all the cool kids in Bushwick, Brooklyn right now, I feel like they all look like miniature Dahmers with their glasses. It's as if Dahmer has become like a new age, like fashion icon.
I mean, I will say, you put glasses on High School SEMO, and I can't tell the difference.
What? I don't like Dahmer.
Sure, whatever you say, Jeffrey.
No, I think I looked like the nerdy one from Ghostbusters. I look nerdy and sophisticated. I don't look like a serial killer. I look like like a big nerd, which is such an oxymoron because I can't read.
I'm just saying, don't give High School SEMO his pills and put glasses on him. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, we're gonna do this in 3, 2, 1. What are you doing?
Testes in my mouth.
Get on the ground, you fucking pledge.
Ew.
Welcome to the greatest podcast experience of your life. This is the Frat Chat Podcast.
All young men like 3 things: food, news, pussy.
Featuring Carlos Garcia and Chris
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting time. It's the Frat Chat Podcast. I'm Carlos Garcia with Chris SEMO Moore. Let's go, Mr. Mouse.
Oh, it's good. How you doing, Hulk Hogan? I'm good.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. Got Hulk over there. Got Hulk back here. It's a full Hulk.
Dude, what's new with you?
Well, I'm living the dream. I'm not gonna lie. I woke up in extreme pain. And I almost thought, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this recording today. And I was too hungover. I had a great show last night at Cutie Astoria. And afterwards went to celebrate. And I was hurting. And, you know, I'm at the point now. I'm 35. A fucking hangover now fucks me up for like 2 days. Sometimes 3. I just feel like shit. I don't feel myself. I feel beat up. I'm tired. But, dude, we actually just paired up with a new sponsor, Waterboy. I just want to look at this delicious. Oh yeah, look at him. Look at him. Oh yeah, that's the Waterboy.
Oh, Waterboy, right, as in like the Adam Sandler movie.
That's right.
That's easy to remember. Foosball.
Waterboy. And they give you a fuck ton in the packet. So this is blue raspberry, and this is one I tried. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, "There's no way one of these things can do the trick. And it fucked me up in a good way. I was so wrong. I feel so good. It's like a hydration thing. It's like a much stronger liquid IV. Like you can see in the back here, it's got the electrolytes of like almost 10 Gatorades, which is wild. And it has 0 sugar, much less calories. You'd have to drink 14 of these to equal 1 Gatorade in calories. It's got more vitamin B12, more vitamin C. It's got ginger. This one
Ooh,
called
I like
theanine.
ginger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ginger's
what?
great. Theanine, I think so.
What's
I
that
think that's how you
do?
say it. But I don't know, but it sounds cool.
Well, I like ginger. And blue raspberry
Actually,
sounds good.
it's an amino acid found in tea and some mushrooms. So it's good for you. Which is great.
Oh.
So yeah, dude, you literally put it, mix the thing in some water and just crushed it down. And honestly, it was almost like we used to drink Pedialyte when we were hungover. Now this, fuck Pedialyte. This is, no offense, Pedialyte, but this is just better. It just really got me good. I feel great now, and you guys can feel great too. You know, because you can recover properly yourself with Waterboy, and it's also something you can use after doing sports. You could use it after a big run or something like that.
Oh, after a workout.
Exactly. I just did it after getting completely shit-faced, which is a little different. But it really did the trick. And you can save 15% right now using promo code FRATCHAT at waterboy.com/FRATCHAT. Do it. Check it out. Buy it for yourself. There's a bunch of flavors. There's another flavor that I haven't tried. So next time I get hammered, I'm going for that one. And I feel good. And not only do I feel good, I feel like I look good too. And that's because we have a second sponsor, Marine Layer. And this is the first of a few things that I got that are still in progress.
Oh, it has a pocket.
En route to me. It's got a little pocket, yeah. I can put my weed pen in it. Yeah. Look how fancy it was.
Can you put a cell phone in there?
Actually, yeah, I can put my cell phone in there. Boom.
Perfect.
And here's the thing. I was commenting about this off air. This, I swear to God, you guys, is not because they sent, like, I got to choose this item. This is literally the best tank top I have ever owned. It's like super thin, but it's like also and breathable, but it's like also like thick. Like it's like so well built. It feels strong. Doesn't feel like it's gonna rip, but it's so light. Like I feel like I could wear this to hang out. I could wear this at the gym. I could wear this at the beach. I'm in love with this material, so I'm excited for the rest of the shipments that are going to come in for me. I think tomorrow they should be here, and you can also save some money on that by using promo code FRATCHAT15 at Marine Layer. That's right, Marine Layer. Go to marinelayer.com/FRATCHAT. 15. Sorry, I don't know why I paused like that. marinelayer.com/FRATCHAT15. Use promo code FRATCHAT15 for 15% off. And I swear to God, you're going to love their stuff. I'm not just saying that.
I'm excited for this reversible vest I ordered.
Yeah, that thing looks sweet. I'm not going to lie. I almost bought it too, but I was like, I know that we're going to both end up wearing it at the same place.
I was torn between that and the windbreaker jacket.
Yeah. I also got some pants that are coming that look really comfortable and maybe something I can wear on stage. I got a bunch of shirts and the pants, and I think I even got some boxers. I gotta check my thing, but they have everything. So I'm excited as hell. It's gonna be awesome. So again, you got 2 new sponsors. You can save 15% on both. They're both epic people. Or sponsors, I shouldn't say, or maybe they're people too. I don't know. This guy looks like he's a little personality to him. You can say both.
What? I'm looking at waterboy.com right now, and because I always use that stuff called liquid IV, and liquid IV, when you drink 1 glass of it, it's like drinking 3 glasses of water, I think. So liquid IV apparently doesn't do much to reduce nausea or like your hangxiety is what they call it, and Waterboy does. Man, this looks amazing. I'm sold.
This is awesome. So wait till you get yours. It's gonna be epic. Waterboard.com/frat chat. We'll do some drinking.
Yes, I can
and
drink
you can go
more.
to
I'm so
marinelayer.com.
excited.
Yep. And then you can go to marinelayer.com for the close /frat chat 15. And anywho, other than that, it seems I don't know if you've noticed, the airline industry
Oh my god, so many stories.
has been in the news. We got 2 stories about it. And the first one is going to be one that I will say, fuck the airline. The second one, they did the best they could. But the first one is Air Canada, which is surprising to me because I thought Canadians were supposed to be polite. But they have apologized after kicking 2 passengers off a flight for refusing to sit in vomit-smeared seats. Shout out to BBC News for the story. Apparently, on the previous flight, someone had puked. The flight attendant was very apologetic, and then she said the flight was full. And that's what Susan Benson, a passenger in the flight, said. She said that the staff placed coffee grinds in the seat pouch and sprayed perfume, but that the seat and seat belt were still wet, and there was still visible vomit residue. Ugh.
Ew.
This one's even tough to read. It's just gross. The passengers were then told that they could either leave the plane if they don't want to sit there and organize flights on their own money, and were reportedly warned by the pilot that they would put on a no-fly list if they kept complaining, which is so fucked up.
That's a valid complaint.
Yeah, there's still puke on the goddamn seat. Air Canada all of a sudden said that it was reviewing the serious matter and that operating procedures were not followed correctly in this instance. No shit. Like, really? Can you imagine the balls on a flight crew? Like, oh no, you just have to sit there, or we'll put you on the no-fly list. It's fucked up, dude. And the people, I have to say, the people were fucking pissed. One of the top comments on the story at the BBC Instagram, which got almost 13,000 likes at the time of this airing, said, "This is shameful. To threaten people with the no-fly list because of them not wanting to sit and vomit is absolutely ridiculous." And another commenter wrote, "Blacklist for the passengers? I mean, seriously? I am blacklisting Air Canada. Shame on you." And a lot of people are doing it.
Those are all caps.
Oh, God. Oh, God. He's doing it again to the seat.
Those are in all caps. It's supposed to say, "Shame on you."
Shame on you. Shame. Yeah, a lot of people are saying they're going to boycott it now. It's like, I've never flown Air Canada, but I'm definitely not going to. But the vibe seems to be. But who does that, dude? What the fuck?
You know what? I don't like the sound of puking.
That's right.
But the smell of puking's worse. The smell of puke makes me want to bark. Oh no! Oh.
Okay, I'm done. I swear. Oh God, I'm sorry. Took his headphones off. Okay, I promise I'm done. Yeah, the smell is what gets me. I can hear someone puke, I think, because if you're like, I guess if I turn around and I like, it depends. It depends how chunky it is. Because when you hear chunky puke, I just get nauseous. But if it's like, like when you drink like 10 beers and your stomach's just full of beer and you just puke a bunch of beer out, that doesn't really affect me too much. But I've seen people drop some chunky pukes in my day, especially in New York City. For some reason, that's like a thing. You're just walking, and all of a sudden, the person in front of you just, and it's like, what is happening? What did you eat? Where did you go? Yeah, definitely The smell, though. Ugh. And on a flight, dude, like, that's fucked. Because, I mean, obviously sitting on it would be bad. But all the people who then have to be around it, it's like, come on, dude. But,
See, I assumed that protocol would be to, once the plane is evacuated, to do a thorough clean. And I don't know. I
it's a
feel like
biohazard for sure, which will really work into the next story. But this is for sure a biohazard. It's literally like puke. You can get sick of that shit, especially like
yeah,
sitting for an extended period of time.
but I feel like what they did was they looked on TikTok and was like, okay, what are some like good like home remedies? Oh, coffee grinds. Good. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like what they should have done was spray that seat down with some Resolve and I don't know, sanitize the whole row. I just
And
can't believe that.
clearly, the people cleaning it didn't want to touch the puke either, and that's why there was still puke residue on the seat. And that's why
I
they
mean,
can't
that's
like
their
that's what
job. You
fucks
got
me
put
over.
on.
They can't be like they can't obviously it was like the people on board were doing it as opposed to like the crew that was supposed to. And they did now. But then you expect people to just sit in it. It's like, come on, dude. Not cool. Not cool at all. Rather shitty, if you ask me. And which is great transition to the next story, which I specifically saved for number 2.
Uh-oh. Is it poopy related?
This is another
My
shitty
fans gonna love this. I
Yeah,
love
right?
talking about poopies.
This one is for your mom. Shout out to Mama Mo.
Mama Moore.
Always save your bags, people. Support for today's episode comes from Marine Layer. It's official. I've found the softest t-shirt mankind has ever made. Imagine the softest thing you've ever touched. Right? Think about it. Maybe some kittens or like freshly fallen snow. Now times that by 1,000. That's right, because Marine Layer is the go-to brand for great fitting and stylish closet staples. Based out of beautiful sunny California, Marine Layer clothes are that perfect mix of laid-back style that also looks and feels premium. Plus, you know what I love about Marine Layer? It's just how their t-shirts and tank tops stay so soft no matter how many times you wash them. It's time to invest in a wardrobe that will actually last, people. For limited time only, our listeners get an exclusive 15% off discount with the promo code FRATCHAT15 at marinelayer.com. Again, that's 15% off with the promo code FRATCHAT15 at marinelayer.com. Anyways, last week, a Delta Airlines flight flying from Atlanta to Barcelona, as they say, held 336 passengers, was forced to turn around and land after one passenger had a diarrhea incident that the pilot described as literally, quote unquote, a biohazard. Shout out to BuzzFeed for the horse story. And
Did they have to close the bathroom down?
It was not even just the bathroom. This is bad, dude.
Just
so the flight returned to Hartsfield at Jackson Atlanta International Airport and was delayed around 8 hours as cleaning crews had to replace the plane's carpet and disinfected contaminated areas.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was
They replaced the
bad.
whole carpet. So it wasn't like a spot check. They had to replace the whole fucking carpet.
It was like massive poop stains, stained paper towels all around, and a blue tarp all over the floor. Apparently, according to Reddit, because there's passengers who were on the flight who were there, the reports were that the passenger got up about 15 minutes after takeoff, and they tried to go forward, and the flight attendants turned them back. So then initially, people just thought that someone just had bad gas. But once they were on the ground, they heard that the diarrhea went about 20 rows. Apparently,
Down the pant leg?
down the plane. 20 rows down the plane.
So I mean, but like did he shit down his back of his pants? And so like every step he took, there was a little pile of poo?
I guess it's like weird. Apparently, the passenger then stayed in the bathroom, or maybe just the very back, until about 10 minutes before we landed, and then paramedics took them off the plane. I'm sorry. The entire aisle had a blue runner down, and they told no one to use it. And another commenter said, my partner was on that flight, said it was pretty bad. It was dribbled down the aisle. So I guess you're right.
Dribble.
Horrible. The vanilla scented disinfectant used on it only made it smell like vanilla shit. After the plane landed, it was thoroughly clean, and they didn't leave until around 2:30 a.m. But unlike the Air Canada story, most were very pleased with the way Delta handled this, with one passenger saying, both my wife and I were on the flight. It was a mess. The pilots made the right decision to turn around. The ground crew ripped out the carpet and put new in. Considering the circumstances, the ground crew did a great job, along the attendants and the pilot. And some even expressed sympathy for the pooper. One person saying, feel bad for the international flight explosive diarrhea person. Just sitting in your own shit with everyone disgusted with you. It's all over the plane, waiting for the plane to land. Just let me die for real. And another one wrote, you have to feel sorry for this passenger. Her embarrassment, so I guess it's a lady, and the trouble she put everyone through. She must have been horrified, and you have to have empathy, because we all have people in our lives who have medical conditions. Sometimes they simply cannot control what happens. Delta apologized. They said, we sincerely apologize to your customers for the delay and inconvenience to their travel plans, though obviously it was no fault of their own. And now you guys know why I don't travel with SEMO.
You know what? I don't eat before a flight. I don't want to go potty on the plane. I don't really eat or drink a lot.
It's just Ubers who ruins guys, not flights.
No. I pooped myself before I got in the Uber.
Yes, that's right.
In the Uber,
that's
I just tracked that shit up in there. I feel like if I really had to go that bad and they told me, no, you can't go, I would have bulldozed over that bitch and been like, fuck you.
You don't understand.
Get between me and that toilet right now.
Yeah, well, you don't understand. Especially for me to have to poop in an airplane. I've never had to poop in an airplane. I pooped in an airport, and it's like just because I don't fucking want to go on the plane with it, and I'm dying. But I've never brought myself to poop in an airplane. And there's always like piss on the seat. It's like, even if you're the first one on the plane, it's like it's someone's job to like piss all over it before people get on board. It's tiny in there, so you're gonna be cramped. Toilet's teeny. So you can't like sit down all the way because your knees are gonna hit the door. So I'm not about it. If I had to poop that bad, I'm gonna use it. Bitch, you better get out of my way.
How does that flight attendant know? I mean, how does that flight attendant feel knowing that had he or she just let that person go to the bathroom, this would have all been avoided?
Well, we'll have to ask Ron Prendamano for another show. Damn it, Ron! You could have made it to Barcelona. No. Oh, God, dude. Can't imagine.
Puke smell or poop smell?
Ugh.
They're both very distinct smells.
I'm going to go with the poop in this case because it's human poop and it's diarrhea. And at least the puke was in like a row. So maybe if you're like in the front of the plane or the back of the plane or away from it, it's not so bad. But the poop went down the plane. So it's like when they have those powders that you can spray around a carpet before you vacuum it. It's like that. He just like shit all over it. So you left his breadcrumb trail from Hansel and Gretel. So, they'll definitely find me here. It includes smell.
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad.
Bitch went colon down the aisle.
Yeah. I wonder if they were like, cause sometimes when I fly and I go on vacation, I'm kind of constipated the first couple of days when I'm somewhere else. I'm not gonna lie. And then it takes me like 3 days, and then I unclog the monster. I wonder if it's something like that. It's like, man, I haven't been able to shit all vacation. And then all of a sudden they get on the plane home. It's like, oh God.
Now, what do you think is this girl's nickname? Gas Blaster 2000? Because they thought it was just gas at first, right? They're like, damn, this Gas Blaster 2000 really fucked up my experience. Until they looked down and were like, whoa. Huh?
I'd call her Stains. What's up, Stains?
What's up, Stains?
Get it to the point. It sounds kind of cool too. And that people are, oh, why do they call you
Shit
Stains?
Turd smear. The dribbler.
The dribbler. I was just about to say the dribbler.
The dribbler. Man, that's so embarrassing. You know, my heart goes out to her, and so does the roll of toilet paper.
The leaker. I don't know.
But you know what, though? I feel like I'm not trying to be an asshole, but if you had shit that bad, you're telling me that nothing, no feeling in the pit of your gut warned you before you got on the plane that something was going to go down? Because there's some times I'm like, you know, I better try to go before I get on the plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's true. But sometimes, you know, it could be the airport. The bathroom is disgusting, and you're like, oh, fuck. Or the flight was called, and you're like, shit. Or they move your gates. You know, travel is very unpredictable.
Or what if she got food poisoning from the airport food?
That's true. But then again, they like, yeah, that's true. At the airport, you buy food. On the plane, they don't give you shit anymore. They give you like those.
There's a lot of burrito places at the airport. I'm like, of all things, burrito?
I know, dude. People always buy, like, I see burrito places, I see sushi places. I'm like, what are you doing? From an airport?
No, you should only be having a bagel and maybe a coffee before.
Like a yogurt thing, a parfait. Like, you have to get something
sandwich.
Basic.
Okay, you want a cold cut? That's fine.
That's fine. Totally
burrito?
Fine.
No. Because everyone knows that burritos go to one end and they fucking explode out the other. The fuck?
Yeah, for sure. That's something we can both agree on here at the Frat Chat Podcast. But anyways, I believe it's time to get to it, Mr. Mo.
Let's do it.
Oh, yes. Let's do it indeed. So, this week, Mr. Mo, we both like to dabble in entertainment. We both are big movie fans here at the Frat Chat Podcast. We've done some very fantastic lists, in fact, about the best movies, best actors, things like that. You know, best characters, all kinds of things. We've even done watch-alongs of some controversial movies here on the show. But there's one topic we've never quite discussed, and that's because I haven't gotten to talk yet, so I don't know quite how things work. You know, now that I know, we can do this. Because we're going to talk about sex, baby.
Yeah.
Sex sells. And so do we, because $200 is $200. Then we're going to talk about the top 10 most memorable sex scenes in film, baby. Oh, yeah. Those are my sex noises. That's how I do it.
Mine are more like, ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow. Exit only. God damn it. You saw what I ate. Why would you take me out to dinner and then try to do that shit to me?
And so on this list, we have all kinds of movies. We have comedies, we have Oscar winners, we have actions, we have drama, we have all kinds of movies here. And we're going to look through their sex scenes. Because God knows there's good ones, there's bad ones, there's funny ones, there's what the fuck ones, and we're going to cover them all, baby. But first, I got a special honorable mention.
Oh, nice.
Throw out there. And that's one is, we're talking about film here. And this one, it's honorable mention because it's Danny DeVito Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And even though it's a TV show, in the show, they're making a movie. So by canon, I'm going to say we can allow it. It's technically a movie. In this episode, the gang makes their own version of a Lethal Weapon sequel. It's like Lethal Weapon 5, which actually is being made now. It's kind of cool. But they play all the characters themselves, and some of them even switch characters midway through the thing, which is pretty funny. But Danny DeVito plays the villain, and for some reason, he gets a sex scene in the thing that goes way too long, and it's so gross. And it's like him doing someone doggy style and just like going like, ooh, 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 ooh. And then like cut to the guys and they're like, yeah, he wrote that in the script himself. He wouldn't do the movie without it. Just hear, ooh, ooh, ooh. And honestly, seeing Danny DeVito getting laid, it does something to you. But it was hilarious. So again, it's honorable mention. It's a TV show, but it was supposed to be a movie, so it's a technicality. So we'll count.
That's so sexy. Give me a moment while I wipe my dick. Leak in here.
The screen looks like it got some weird lotion substance on it. You might want to wipe that.
There we go.
Now to get to the actual.
Oh wait, I have an honorable mention too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not really sex per se, but I feel like it's on the right kind of like topic. Remember the movie Basic Instinct from 1992?
Yes, I almost included that, and I was like, the technicality, I don't know.
It's not really a sex scene, but when Sharon Stone playing Catherine Tarnell, right? Or is it Catherine Trammell? Yeah, just like that.
I'm actually not wearing underwear.
Crossed her leg, revealing her snatch, and it like blew up all over the world. Like everyone was imitating it. You know, at that point, I'd never seen a snatch in a movie before. I mean, I've seen Kevin Bacon's dick a million times, but a snatch.
Kevin Bacon's dick was, I think it was contractually obligated to be featured in movies at least once. If they didn't put it in the movie, it was in the outtakes. So if you actually watch Footloose after the credits, Kevin Bacon's dick. It was in the contract. You had to do it. Yeah, that was the first time I definitely saw a vagina in a movie. And honestly, I don't think I've never seen a vagina like that again, but I don't know how they show vagina in movies.
Why? What do you mean like that? Describe it.
Because that was like the way she does it. It was really focused in there, the vagina. You know what I mean? Like they might as well have just done like an extreme close up, like and have the vagina have some dialogue, like "You'll never get us alive, officer." Because it was really, it almost like it's like they added lighting to it. You know what I mean? Like it was like darker everywhere else, and the vagina was just like very well lit. Then the guys were like, oh, no. All the cops are like crossing their legs.
I would have been like, "Ew, what? Get the fuck out of here!"
Support for today's episode comes from Waterboy. If you're hydrated and you know it, clap your hands. Let me tell you something, folks. We all know that hangovers suck a big D. Am I right? What? Ew, no, man. Get your mind out of the gutter. We're talking about dehydration here, pervs. And Waterboy is your hangover lifesaver, coming in hot with over 3 times the electrolytes of a liquid IV. Waterboy's Weekend Recovery Pack is scientifically formulated to cut your hangover time in half. All you do is take one of these little packets here, mix it with 16 ounces of water, and boom, you're hydrated again. That's why you know what they say. If you use Waterboy's powder stack, you'll get your mojo right back. Oh, yeah. And for a limited time only, our listeners get 15% off of your entire order with the promo code FRATCHAT at waterboy.com. Our 6-inch stack is packing, so get yours today and save 15% on it with the promo code FRATCHAT at waterboy.com. We said we're interviewing you, not there. Put that away, madam. Yeah, that movie And the funny thing is, I showed Julie that movie during the pandemic, and she didn't know about that scene, and I was just waiting for it. You know what I mean?
What did
It's
she
kind of like the
say?
Matt Damon reveal in Interstellar. You know what I mean? If you know
Yeah.
about it, no one knows about it. It's like yeah, just you wait. It's just like it's like there you go, Matt Damon.
Now, when Julie watched this movie, was she disgusted or aroused?
Well, one of us had a boner.
And her name is Julie. Okay, so
Yeah, that's right.
what is your first official one?
My first official one. We're gonna talk about one that is. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favorite movies. I love
Oh
this
yeah?
movie, and I just watched it last week again because Julie had never seen it, so it's my opportunity to rewatch it. And it was 300,
Oh
and it
yeah.
was Gerard Butler and Lena Headey, I believe, or Hetty. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Sorry if I
Oh, from
butchered
Game of
it.
Thrones?
From Game of Thrones, Xerxes.
Yeah, Cersei.
Which is funny. There's also a Xerxes in 300, and
Mm-hmm.
it's when Leonidas and his lady get their sex on before the war. And note, the scene makes a ton of sense. Why it would be in the movie. Leonidas is about to go to war. He does not know if he's going to return because he's only going out with 300 men.
Right.
So naturally, he's got to unclog the old pipe, before battle, if you know what I mean. Get the mind clear. And while this movie is a totally artistic masterpiece, I gotta say, and it really holds up over the years, it's really badass. This scene is basically like softcore porn. I mean, it goes on for like 3.5 minutes. There's like 2 or 3 tempos of songs in it, and like they show like 4 or 5 different sex positions. Like they're going at it. And I know, like, it looks like an old Greek painting, and a lot of that shit is like naked people fucking and having orgies and shit. But I don't know. It went a little too long. I could have gotten the message if it was very quick,
I don't know.
30-second.
Speak for yourself. It could have gone longer because they're both fucking around.
That's the
Like
director's
the
cut.
whole movie.
The director's cut. It's just them and Danny DeVito. Ooh, ooh. It just felt like it went on a little long, and I just can't imagine. Like I was watching that with Julie, and it was really badass. And then I got to there, and then it got kind of awkward. And me and her just looked at each other like, "Huh?" So,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't imagine now, like watching that shit with like my mom or something, And it's one of my favorite movies. And I've seen boobies in movies before. My parents, not usually, but this just went a little, made me a little uncomfortable. Now, in hindsight. But yeah, that's my first one.
Well,
What you got?
my first one is gonna be. You ever seen the movie Monsters Ball? It's got Billy Bob Thornton, Halle Berry, Heath Ledger was in it.
Oh, I forgot he's in that. Yeah, I just
He was
remember
Billy Bob Thornton's son.
Yeah.
He slept with a prostitute at the beginning.
Yes.
Threw it her doggy style, or from behind.
Right.
Anyway, there's one part where Halle Berry's son had just passed. Sorry for the spoilers, guys. Halle Berry's son has just passed,
1999.
which we knew was gonna happen because her son was like morbidly obese. Like, hello. If it wasn't, it wasn't in like a car accident.
Yeah, I think so. Which is
If it wasn't going to be a car accident, then it would have been a heart attack.
diabetes was catching up.
Oh my gosh, he should be lucky he have all of his feet. So she turns to Billy Bob Thornton and she says, "I want you to make me feel good," and she whips her titties out, and I will never forget that moment. And then their sex scene was so graphic.
Yeah, it was.
Do you think they had sex in real life on camera?
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty steamy stuff. It would. I mean, maybe they're just fantastic actors, but to be fair, it's probably not that hard to pretend to be into banging Halle Berry as a straight
Well,
guy.
I was gonna say like
He's having the time of his life.
I know.
I said cut, Billy. Let her go.
Because if it was up to women to get a boner for men, like could you get it up for Billy Bob? No way. You know what I mean?
No way.
So
And I feel
that's
like, I
why
don't
she
know,
probably got the Oscar. She got the Oscar because they were like, okay, you had to screw Billy Bob. We get
and
it.
here's the thing. I feel
Real-
like he became better looking as an older guy than he was like when he was quote unquote at his peak over here. Like maybe it's because he got more work done or he got hair plugs or something, but like look, more normal, maybe facial hair, age, I don't know.
Let me
He
tell you,
fits more as like a better looking 50, 60-year-old than he did as like a trying to be a heartthrob 40-year-old. I was like, ugh.
when Halle
Billy.
Berry squirts in your face, it's like the fountain of youth. That's
right.
That's what it was.
That's
He
what it
smeared
was.
that shit all over him, and he
Reverse
just like
the aging.
blossomed to the handsome older man he is.
All the ugly left him like,
Yeah, pretty much. Where's
yeah,
the lie?
that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh my God, you guys. I think I'm in love. And no, I'm not talking about my girlfriend. Ew. God, ew. Oh God, please don't tell her I said that. But I'm talking about the clothes from Marine Layer. I swear, my body has never felt clothing more comfortable. And right now, I'm wearing the hemp cotton pocket tank top in lobster bisque. And I freaking love it. Lobster bisque. It's not just delicious sounding, but it's so light and soft yet durable that I'll definitely be able to wear it everywhere. From hitting the beach, going to the gym, or just rocking around town, this tank has me covered. I also got some t-shirts, Henley shirts, and pants that literally just came in for me today, so I'm extra excited. Here, look, check them out! Ah! And how many times have you felt that you were in between sizes when buying clothes? Well, maybe you've been drinking a few too many lately. I hear that. Or you've been hitting the gym extra hard. What's cool about Marine Layer is they have in-between sizes. So now you finally no longer have to make that difficult choice between medium and large and extra large. We're trying to make Marge a thing. Now, for all my music junkies, Marine Layer actually just dropped a new line featuring classic bands like The Grateful Dead, Bob Marley, Cream, Led Zeppelin, Crosby, Nash and Stills, and Pink Floyd. Each shirt features one of Bill Graham's legendary Fillmore posters. You can finally rock a great fitting and quality band tee that's gonna last. Whether you're going on a date, the office, or keeping it casual while watching sports, Marine Layer has the best shirts for every occasion. And did you hear about Marine Layer's Respun program? Everyone has a bunch of old tees collecting dust in the back of their closets. Marine Layer will send you a prepaid recycling kit and literally give you a $5 credit card per shirt. Yes, $5 credit card per shirt. You heard that right. You actually get paid for your old tees, all while helping Marine Layer keep tees out of landfills. Out with the old shirts and in with the new. And I think that we can all admit that a perfect tee can be hard to find. But look no further than the Marine Layer. And for limited time only, get 15% off with the promo code FRATCHAT15 at marinelayer.com. That's promo code FRATCHAT15 for 15% off your entire order at marinelayer.com. Saving your closet one shirt at a time. Okay.
I want you to make me feel good.
And I mean, I will say, she's shown it in a couple of movies. She showed it in Swordfish with John Travolta and Hugh Jackman, and fuck, those titties are nice.
They're okay.
I was like, yeah, they're okay. When Monster Ball came out, I was if it was 99, I would have been like 11. But when Swordfish came out, I was like 15. So I was in prime teenage hormone years, just flowing through my body. And I just remember she's like sitting there reading a book, and all of a sudden she puts the book down. There's the titties. I was like, oh, there's titties. Wow.
And
hello.
You're thinking, Hallie, get on them knees and them double D's, girl.
I wish. And I'm not gonna, she's still one of the most beautiful women on earth. I follow her on Instagram, and she refuses to age. I feel like she looks exactly the same. Hallie, if you're single again, call me.
You know, I think she was the hottest in the Flintstones.
Yes, the Flintstones did things for me. I was a little kid too. That's where I realized I definitely wasn't gay.
That's when I realized that.
Like,
That's when I realized that Rosie O'Donnell definitely was gay.
She had eyes for Hallie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Yeah. Now I'm picturing Halle Berry and Flintstones. It's just woohoo. What a babe. Anyway, and fantastic actress. She's like, she has the best of both worlds. She's super talented, she's cool, and she's beautiful and refuses to age. And then
She
she's also
studied acting at Second City. Improv.
Oh wow. Very cool. Very cool. So you see, improv people, you can be cool. If you leave improv behind and do other stuff. I'm just kidding. Improv people, you're cool. You're cool. It's funny. Improv people and stand-up people are totally different breeds. But there's like the ones that do both, like you. And it shows because they're so weird. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Anyways, on to the next one. I'm going to go with one that I feel like every 90s person who was alive remembers this sex scene. That is Titanic. Leo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. When Jack bangs Rose in that little old school car, which, fun fact, is a 1912 Renault Type CB Coupe de Ville, which I found out thanks to Reddit, is the only car known for certain to have been on the Titanic to date. So James Cameron went on apparently in extreme detail to ensure accuracy of the way the set was. The ship was built. So it's like actually very accurate, which is cool. Very cool stuff. And again, I think every person remembers this from the 90s. It all starts with Rose asking Jack to draw her like one of his French girls. And then she gets naked and lays on this little couch like this. Oh. And then he starts to draw her naked on the little couch thing. And then decided to play with his pencil, if you know what I mean. And then they go in that car.
I don't know what you mean. Wait, draw a picture. Can you draw a picture
So
with your
basically,
pencil?
there's a thing like that, and then it goes like that. Cut to commercial.
Oh, I think I saw that at a family reunion. Okay. Keep it going.
And then they end up doing it in this car, and the memorable part about it is that all the windows get super fucked up, and all of a sudden
go up.
You just see, you see Rose's hand press up against the steam window, like and then like it slides down, leaving like the trail of hand. Everybody's like, damn, Leo. I think that's the movie that officially made Leo DiCaprio a total sex symbol. And that moment right there. Every woman wanted to bang Leo. I gotta give him credit. And he still uses that cachet. Banging 24-year-old models. But it was Titanic. It was that scene that started it all.
You know what? A lot of young girls sat through of 3 hours just for that one 30-second moment.
Yeah.
3 whole hours. They're like, oh, what a long movie, but I get to see Leonardo DiCaprio's bare shoulder and implied nudity. Oh, I can't
Here's
wait.
the thing. And there's people that didn't know anything but the real Titanic. So they're like, oh, I get to see true love flourish in the end. And then they hit the iceberg. Leo!
And the band kept playing.
Yep. The band kept playing.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I've seen that. I'm going to follow that up with some gay shit. You ever heard of a little movie called Brokeback Mountain?
Oh, have I ever?
Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger in Brokeback Mountain was the first time I saw gay sex in the mainstream.
Really? Well, for movies,
Yeah,
right?
in movies, yeah, like a big like blockbuster movie, not
Well,
like a little.
technically, Pulp Fiction has a pretty big gay scene in it, but that's rape. So, or The Deliverance.
True. Same with American History X.
You got a pretty mouth, boy. You kind of look like a pig. Whee!
Yeah.
Talk about sex scenes that go on way too long. Like, ah. That shit traumatized me. That almost made this list, but I just didn't want to include rape. This is consensual sex scenes.
Consent is sexy, guys.
That's
Consent
right.
is sexy. But yeah, that was the
Right.
first time that like I saw like a mainstream movie. And to be honest, I think that it would have won Best Picture if it wasn't for homophobia amongst the Academy. It really was a beautiful movie. And there was even a
It won
scene
some
where
Oscars, though, right?
I
Williams
don't
got it.
remember, but I do remember there was another scene where Anne Hathaway showed her big knockers. So there's a little bit for everyone.
That's right. Hey, they won. Wait, no, they did win Best Picture. It says. Oh, wait.
They were nominated. Best Picture went to what? Crash?
Accolades. Here we go. Academy Awards. Now they won Best Director. You're right. They won Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Original Score. Heath Ledger didn't win Best Actor. I mean, I guess, but they won 3 Oscars, so I guess they can't really bitch. Yeah, I'll take a fucking Oscar. What else? What were they nominated against? Let's see. 2006 Oscars Best Picture nominees. Ooh, okay. Well, I mean, they were up against a few good movies. They were up against Munich, Steven Spielberg, which is a really good movie. Good Night, and Good Luck, Capote, and Crash, which I think won.
Crash won.
Yeah, and that's honestly fuck, man. Crash is a really good movie. I don't know that I can take it. I can say Brokeback Mountain's better. That's just me. Crash is so good.
Yeah, well, you're not a queer person, so you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like, okay?
To win 3 Oscars instead of 7. God damn it. How could they?
Mama, bitch.
Now, we've done the Brokeback Mountain cover on the show, actually. Who would you rather, if it was, you have to choose one, Jake Gyllenhaal or Heath Ledger? Who are you taking in this cowboy?
Oh, Heath Ledger all the way.
Yeah.
When he was alive, though. I'm not trying to the bones and bones. You know what I mean? I'm not.
You don't want to do all the work, you know. Oh, we're going to hell. Oh, straight to hell. And I remember the Brokeback Mountain just became like such the nickname if you want to call someone gay too when that movie came out. It's like, and
you broke
still
back,
have
bitch. You broke back, butt fucking bitch.
I still have the jacket that Jake Gyllenhaal wears there. It's like the jean jacket with a little puffy neck. And like for years in high school, I couldn't wear it anymore. I was like, Dad, I love this jacket, but you got to have it. And for years, he kept it and then he gave it back to me until it was cool again. Because it was Brokeback Mountain. And I don't, I have dark hair like Jake Gyllenhaal too. I don't want to be fucking associated with it. I couldn't take the bullying, Simo. Couldn't take it.
I think his sister lives in Cobble Hill in Brooklyn. I've seen her before.
Oh, Maggie?
Mm-hmm.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
There's a lot of celebrities that live in like Cobble Hill, Brooklyn is like the Rodeo Drive of New York.
Huh. I have to go check it out, actually.
I've seen her. I've seen Daniel Craig. I've seen I've seen a Skarsgård and a Sarsgaard. You name it. Anywho,
You name it.
what's next for you?
So this next one, I think actually no, it would be the second anal sex scene in the movie
Yes,
or in this list.
yes.
You
Anal.
went from anal to anal. This one we're going to talk about Zach and Miri make a porno, but not Seth Rogen and Elizabeth Banks for the main character in the movies. I'm talking about the scene between Katie Morgan and Jason Mewes from Jay and Silent Bob fame. He plays Jay, obviously. And in it, when they're recording the porn, they're about to do an anal scene. And before they shoot, Katie Morgan's character mentions that she loves anal, especially because she's been constipated. It's good for her. So the sex scene is going on. And there's the two of them having anal, and below them, to get the angle, is a camera guy filming, and it's the guy from what is that movie? From Clerks, the guy from Clerks, not the bearded guy, but and he's filming from below to cap the action. Well, he caught way more when he bargains for, because the anal sex does work against the constipation. And literally, like, he's sitting there taping, and then you just see diarrhea just splatter his face. He's like, ah! And it's like in his mouth, too. And it goes everywhere. And it was hilarious, but it fucked me up because it was like, that was some very good fake diarrhea poop that they did. Just the way it, like, came out and the show running, like, ah! It honestly makes me think like maybe she was the passenger in American Air in that Delta flight.
Oh, Delta. Every time
It's
I take
so
a Delta
good.
flight from now on, I'm going to ask, is this the infamous plane that had
Is this the plane?
the poop-tastic incident?
Is this the plane from flight number 2? If you know what I mean.
Yum. Like, before we fly off, can we all stand up and give a good anal salute to your service?
Before we fly, does anybody need to go?
Yeah, exactly.
This is the time.
Do you want to just try? Do you want to just try a little bit?
Just try a little bit. We'll all take turns, I promise. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I really, in a million years, never thought that Waterboy could work on the hangover I woke up with last weekend. It was so freaking painful. I really thought I'd be in bed for at least 2 days. But boy, did they prove me wrong. Because thanks to Waterboy, oh yeah, I was not just able to get out of bed, but I kicked the day's booty too. All while saying goodbye to that epic, nasty hangover. Now, most hydration powders are packed so full of sugar that they just cause you to crash even harder later on. Not to mention, you have to drink so many of them just to get the electrolyte replenishment that your body really needs to recover. Well, folks, not anymore. Because Waterboy has 9 times the electrolytes as a Gatorade just in this stick. Inside each stick, there's some ginger for that nausea in there to make your tummy feel better. And they also include L-theanine to help calm your nerves and reduce your anxiety. Plus, their scientifically backed formula truly brings you back from the dead. Let me tell you guys, it works. But maybe the best part about Waterboy is how amazing it tastes. The most popular flavors include strawberry lemonade, lemon lime, and my life-saving blue raspberry here, which I can personally thank for saving my life last weekend. Mwah! These flavors are so good, you're going to actually want to drink these. And Waterboy is also gluten-free, caffeine-free, dairy-free, vegan, and made right here in the US of A. Let me tell you something, folks. A lot of things get worse as you get older, but your hangovers don't have to. Waterboy isn't a magic cures, but it's pretty goddamn close to one. And it's time to try it today. Hundreds of thousands of people already trust Waterboy as their hangover cure. It's time to stop dealing with that anxiety alone, people. For a limited time, our listeners get an exclusive 15% off discount when they use the promo code FRATCHAT at waterboy.com. Again, that's 15% off the promo code FRATCHAT at waterboy.com, because Waterboy has got you recovered.
Well, next on my list isn't poop related, and we've discussed it on here before. So, there's
no poop. I'm out of here.
No poopy. This is a movie called Call Me by Your Name.
Simo.
And up in the attic, which is where I think this kid had his bedroom, the character Elio, who's played by Timothy Chalamet. Chalamet? How you pronounce it? Chalamet. Oh, it must be French. Timothy Chalamet, he is horned up as fuck. I mean, he's like so sexually frustrated. So he takes a peach, he crushes his thumb into it and removes the pits, and then he fucks it.
Yeah.
Not only does he fuck it, but he also creams in it. He ejaculates in this peach and puts it aside. And then the other character named... Huh?
How does his dick fit in a peach?
I think it's just the tip action, I'm hoping. Or maybe he just has a really small ween. Who knows? But then the other character who's older, he's like the grad student. His name is Oliver, played by Armie Hammer. He discovers him and then eats the peach.
Well, I guess it's healthy, right? You don't want to waste a good peach.
You don't want to waste a good peach or some good protein, but it's pretty
awful.
Graphic.
Yeah, what the fuck? That is.
Let me tell you, I've never eaten a peach since. That's fucking gross to me.
Yeah, and they were supposed to be. He's underage at this point, right? In the movie, it's like a pretty.
He is underage,
so this is fucked. Ugh.
I remember in American Pie where the main character fucks the pie, and I thought, oh wow,
we'll just have to tell your mom that we ate it all. But to be fair,
the peach to me was more extreme.
For the American Pie, it's because he asked what sex feels like, and then his friends tell him like warm apple pie. So then he sees the pie, and he's like, "Oh," and desperate virgin, I guess. Now going from that to fucking a peach, I don't know. And one's a comedy, and the other one's, like the pie fucker is supposed to be weird. The peach thing, I think they're trying to make it sexy. Which I'm like,
maybe.
I don't know. Gross. What would you do?
Well, the fruit fucked the fruit, and the other fruit ate the fruit.
Well, how'd you get this peach to be so creamy? Oh, it's my secret recipe.
Oh. Can you imagine the sound effect that he made when he bit into it?
Yeah, right? Oh no, they filled it with. It's like, oh, don't worry, I pressed my own. It's like, make sure you slurp a little harder into the microphone, please. Lower the boom mic. Goggle the peach.
Give it a taste test. Swirl it around your mouth. Spit it out. There you go. Can you taste the notes?
Yes.
What would you say?
Yes.
Oh, obviously peach. Yeah, obviously peach. What else do you have?
If he's eating it, he's like, I have to say, minus the cum, this is a pretty good peach. Where'd she get these peaches?
Someone's been eating some pineapple. Nice.
It tastes like a fruit salad. Oh, call me by your name.
Timothy Chalamet really is like a beautiful person. What a stunning face he's got. Like
he's like androgynous almost in the sense that he doesn't quite look like either. So it almost looks like a piece of art. He's pretty.
Yeah. Like a Greek.
And that's a compliment. I'm not trying to roast the guy. He's like,
I wished I looked like him. I'd switch faces in a heartbeat. Holy fuck.
Well, I like my face, so it's 100% real. But I don't blame you. I've seen your old face.
Mine is 100% paid for, which makes it mine.
Yes, that's right. That's true. Thanks to the taxpayers.
Thank you, taxpayers.
Yes. Oh god! Now I have a fucking gross ass picture in my head of some dude coming in a peach. My day's ruined. Thanks, Simo.
Well, what you've got 2 left,
I got
and
2.
both of these are actually phenomenal.
Yay! This next one is one of my favorite sex scenes of all time, and it's super bad. Christopher Mintz-Plaisset's character McLovin losing his V card. And again, it's one of my favorite sex scenes because I just love how well they captured the awkwardness and hilarity that is every guy's first time having sex. It's like so weird and awkward, and you don't fucking know what you're doing at all. You like to act like you do, but you have no fucking clue how everything works down there. Down to the moment where he finally gets the jab there, and he goes, I'm in. It's in.
Mhm.
He's such a likable character. He's so good. And he's like the one that you never think would get laid. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden he has the craziest adventure. I just love watching how he ends up being a total badass in the end and being the coolest one of them all. But fuck, it's so good. It's so awkward and shitty. And then in the middle of it, of course, he gets walked in on and he can't even finish. But the cops end up apologizing him for cock blocking him. Like, we should be guiding your cock, not blocking it. We're sorry, McLovin.
Isn't that Seth Rogen as one of the cops?
Seth
Seth Rogen and the guy from
Bill
SNL.
Hader. And
Yeah,
Seth
yeah.
Rogen originally wrote the movie with himself being one of the younger guys, but obviously he got a little too old for it, so then he decided to play the cop. But that movie is one of my favorite of all time, and another one that still holds up. It's like so accurate too.
What a great movie.
Yeah, like a high school.
The first time I had sex with a girl, she laid me down and got on top of me and just directed the whole thing.
Nice.
She shoved up in her
Very
because I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't even know if I want to do this, let alone how to do this. You know,
the first.
It was
time,
fun.
The first time I did it, it was.
What's your cousin say? Did she have a good time too?
Ramon actually was great. Thank you for asking. No, I have this condom in my wallet. You know, everybody carried a wallet condom. That's the thing. I don't know if they still do,
yeah.
but you know. And I think this condom must have been in my wallet for like 6 years. It was. I remember trying to open it, and just the package looked like pretty beat up. I was like, is this thing any good? And you know, trying to put it on, the lubrication was like completely dried off. So like sliding it down my wiener, was like, ah! Is this how it's supposed to be? I don't know, you know, like I pay attention to the health class, but I was not prepared. They're not telling you what to do.
You only had to unroll it like an inch. Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah. So
I heard about you.
So then I
itty bitty teeny weeny.
But it's got no lubrication, so then going in her, it's not working. But then honestly, it was so unsafe. She was like, do you want to just say fuck the condom? And I was like, okay. Which is so unsafe. I shouldn't have done that. And then we did it without the condom, and it was fine. It was cool. But I know
Carlos is so bad.
I know I was
okay. Listeners, don't have unprotected sex.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Unless you both are on PrEP and birth control and no antibiotics in the system.
That's right.
Antibiotics really kind of fuck up the purpose of birth control.
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah, dude. So if you and Julie are boning sans condom and she's like, oh, don't forget I'm on antibiotics, that's when you say, whoa, 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 no.
I'll aim here then.
Ladies, there's dental dams, there are cervical caps, there are diaphragms, there's a lot of things you can use to protect yourselves. Don't let some dumb little boy named Carlos plow you without any protection. No,
they were safe. I did the old Actually, I don't think I did the pull-out method. It's gonna be way too graphic. I'm not gonna tell you guys how I finished. But
We know how you finished. You did 2
Ah!
pumps. You pulled it out.
and just sprayed
You
it. I did a hose. But you
sh-
can't get pregnant if you swallow.
Well-
That's all I'm gonna say.
Speaking of orgasms,
Go.
this is not another sex scene per se, but
It's a
this is the
stimulated
first
sex
time.
scene, so this counts.
This is the first time in a movie that I heard reference to a female climax. So in 1989, there's a movie, all right, youngins, there's a movie called When Harry Met Sally,
Yep.
starring Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal, right?
That's right.
And there is this famous scene in Cat's Deli, which is in New York, on Lower East Side, in which Meg Ryan does a simulated orgasm and she's screaming in this diner or in this deli, reaching a climax. And doesn't that one lady, she's like, I'll have what
she's had. She's like, yes, yes, yes. I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like I don't know, I kind of feel like women were kind of neglected when it came to cinema, because everyone's always concerned about the dude getting off. It's like, okay, the beginning of the sex and then the end of the sex is when the dude gets off. It's like, well, what about the lady?
That's
Does the
true.
lady-
I feel like movies are about, like, for example, like James Bond, classic James Bond. It's all about the dude being like cool and getting laid, but not very often you'd see the woman being the one holding the power. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. And I'm not gonna lie, too, she did a great job. I was convinced.
She was so sexy back in the day.
She was really hot. I had a thing for Meg Ryan. She was.
You and all of America.
Whatever happened to her? She's not.
Well,
it's not really doing.
She got some work done on her face.
Oh, yeah.
Now she's like all squinty and her lips are big.
That's Hollywood.
Yikes. Yeah, it's Hollywood and SEMO.
That's right. You said it, not me. Anyways, for my last one, this is one that honestly, I criticized 300 for being a long sex scene, but this one, I love it for how long it was. So I guess it makes me a hypocrite.
Oh, yeah.
My number one is Team America, World Police, when the puppets bang. And it starts with the greatest promise of all time. She basically, a lady, the lady puppet, her boyfriend died earlier in the movie, and the guy that she ends up banging, she's still upset about it. Blah blah blah. She's kind of likes this guy, and they're the new love interest, and she's like, "I need you to make a promise." So, what's that? That you will never die. And he's like, what? I can't promise that. That's impossible. And she's like, if you promise me you'll never die, I would sleep with you right now. And then it's like super romantically. He like puts her hand on her shoulder and shit, and turns her over. He's like, I promise I will never die. And then they just start going fucking at it. And they just show this, like, these two puppets on like the little strings. They're doing every position in the book. Like, it starts.
Oh, it's a montage of trash.
Yeah.
Is this the movie where it's like, America,
fuck yeah, come and take, I'll send a motherfucking dare. Yeah, it's a good one. And watching that puppet scene, what I honestly, I don't. There's few times I've laughed that hysterically at something, because they just kept going and going and doing the positions and doing everything, like the reverse cowgirl, doggy, you name it, missionary, you name it, oral, everything was done by those puppets, and it's crazy they can get away with it too because it's puppets. So it's like, naked puppets, but you could never see all this shit being done by regular actors. it would be like NC-17 or X or something. You know, I don't know. You could never get an R rating.
Right.
So
Weren't they like snorting coke off each other and pissing on each other and things like that?
I don't know. I don't think they're pissing on each other. Maybe the coke thing, but they definitely mentioned.
I remember it being
someone-
super graphic.
Yeah, it's a very graphic sex scene. So if you have not seen Team America, maybe don't watch it with your parents because they're gonna think you're a weirdo when it gets to that. But it's a funny one, and that's in there. That's in there. It's like a whole song of them banging, and the thing is like. The song is super like want to be romantic, and it's supposed to be like love making, but it's just the most graphic shit you'll ever see two puppets do. So that has to be number one on my list.
Well, that's number one on everyone's list.
Yeah, buddy. But
I mean,
one more.
Can you define romance without talking about that movie? Okay, so my last one is one that gave me hours and hours of pleasure.
Oh yeah.
This is the threesome in Wild Things, starring Denise Richards, who's basically the closest thing to Barbie you'll ever get. Neve Campbell and Matt Dillon. Denise Richards pulled her boobies out, but I don't think Neve Campbell did.
No,
Matt Dillon was one lucky son of a gun because the three of them had a really, really sexy scene.
and another movie
It started off in the pool,
and another
and then
movie
up in the bedroom.
Kevin Bacon's dick. He just has a random shower scene later where he gets out and shows his dick for no reason. There's no
reason.
But anyways, go on.
But
this is
Neve Campbell sprayed champagne. I don't know if it's champagne or wine, like all across like Denise Richards' tits. I mean, what a fucking sexy scene.
Yeah.
Even me being gay, I was still like, whoa, this chub, let's go.
And here's the thing.
I rubbed one out like it fucking owed me money for rent.
And prior to this point in the movie, they were like enemies, or so you think. You know what I mean? It's a whole plot, but you know, one of them is bullying the other, and you think they hate each other, and the way they walk up to each other, it's almost like you're about to fight, and then all of a sudden you say,
Exactly.
And that is definitely a movie that I remember watching with my parents in the 90s. I was like, okay, I can't fully appreciate this now. But then the next day when I went to work, I put it back in the DHS and fast forward into the scene. I was like, no.
Relatable.
My dad's like, why is the box stuck together? Yeah, that is, woo. I think that's probably the sexiest movie, sex scene ever in a movie. I don't think it can be topped.
Oh, so sexy.
I think that's the real true number one for sure, because I mean everybody was into it. You can't. I don't think there's a single person I saw who was like, oh yeah, that's not hot. That's not.
You know what? There's one scene I didn't mention that I really, really went back and forth about. But I saw this movie with my parents in the theater. I saw because I was a big loser, Scary Movie 1.
Yeah.
And it's when the girl gets thrown up on the ceiling because she's covered in jizz.
Yes,
remember that?
Yes.
He explodes all over her. Yucky. Oh, anywho, well, that's our list, guys. That's all of our sexy sex list.
Oh yeah, let me get the porno song back on. Let us know.
How many of our listeners do you think fucking jacked off while they listen to this?
Ew.
A lot?
Well, I guess if they're...
I feel like a lot of people jack off to the sound of my voice.
Shout out to Simo's Uncle Steve again thank you for listening.
Yeah, Uncle Steve!
And for accepting the restraining order and staying 50 feet away from both of our studios, because I don't trust you, sir. And let us know what you thought of our list. Give us a follow on all social channels at Frat Chat Podcast. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook. That's on Twitter. That's on YouTube. You can also give me a follow as well at Carlos Does the World on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. Carlos Does World on Twitter or X. That's still weird to me, but I guess that's what it is. And my buddy Simo over here at Chris.Moore.comedy on Instagram, on TikTok, Seymour Comedy on Twitter /XXX. Or you can follow I'm on Grindr at I Love Peaches 69. And he really does. But anywho,
Yummy in my tummy.
Mr. Mo, it's time to go. So why don't you get us out of here?
Well, I motion to adjourn this meeting.
And
So I'm gonna go watch some sex.
oh yeah.
I'm a masturbation. Heyo.
And on that note, I'll let you clap it before you tap it. And we'll see you guys next week with another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting time. The Frat Chat Podcast. See ya!